to hear. So, the first thing people tend to notice about me is I'm not exactly what you would call tall. At 5'5", I've dealt with jokes in the workplace about my height my entire life. In fact, the only 2 jobs I've ever had where I haven't dealt with this is when I worked at a daycare center in the infant room and when I worked at a chocolate factory. Despite that, though, I actually enjoy being short. In fact, I'm one of the only short men you'll meet who genuinely likes it. The only inconvenient thing about it is that I have a real thing for tall women. And as the women of the crowd can attest to, tall women tend to prefer a man that's taller than them. So this is a hurdle that I tend to have to overcome. Luckily, it's not a physical hurdle. That would be a little difficult with my stature, but a metaphoric hurdle. But let me paint this picture for you. Imagine approaching a woman at the bar and trying to hit on her and having her literally look over you because she doesn't even notice that you're there. They're like, oh, hey, shorty, how you doing today? Not even noticing you, turning to her girlfriend. Do you hear something? Is there a sound? They finally look down and notice you, and you have to make sure that they understand. You're not there representing the Lollipop Guild. You're there with the intentions of hitting on them, buying them a few drinks, and hopefully, at the end of the night, you can take them back to their place and go up on them.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so football season ended a little while ago. I don't know if I have any football fans in here. It was an interesting season with COVID. Not exactly what anyone would call entertaining, and unfortunately the Super Bowl was in the same category. The Super Bowl was pretty boring and uneventful. Tom Brady won his 7th ring, which is impressive. Tom Brady now has more rings as an individual than any team has as a franchise.
Yeah.
That being said, like I said, the Super Bowl was boring, but you know what wasn't boring? When Tom Brady was drunk at the Super Bowl parade. Did anyone see those videos? Tom Brady was so drunk, he threw the Lombardi trophy off of a boat. So for the first time ever, they did the Lombardi ceremony. They always have a Lombardi parade after the Super Bowl. And for the first time ever, since the Super Bowl parade was in Tampa Bay, they did the Lombardi parade on boats over the water. And Tom Brady was so drunk, he actually threw the Lombardi trophy, the freaking Lombardi trophy, over an open body of water. Can you imagine if no one had caught that? If that trophy had actually gone into the water, they would have put more money, energy, and resources into recovering the trophy from that dirty-ass bay than they would have put into a missing persons report in this country if the missing person was a minority. I'm not saying it's right, it's just the truth. I hate it too, but I can't change that. I'm just a comedian. Anyway, thank God summer's finally here. Living in a beach town, I hate winter. When the weather's warm, I'm one of the friendliest people you will ever meet. I love interacting with people, I love getting out, I'm an extrovert, going to bars, going to clubs, all that stuff. In the winter, I'm the complete opposite. I want to keep my interactions to a minimum. I don't want to socialize. I don't want to be friendly. None of that. I hate the cold. Which is why in the cold seasons, I can't for the life of me deal with Chick-fil-A and their overly friendly customer service. I'm just curious. Not to mention overly friendly, but phony too. Do they expect me to believe that fake Sunday school smile that they're putting on in 32-degree weather in January is real? They act faker than the strippers at Headlights. It's ridiculous. I can't deal with that attitude in that weather. So, in the winter, I don't go to Chick-fil-A. You go You're greeted with that, like I said, friendly, phony Sunday school smile. Hi, welcome to Chick-fil-A. My name is Greg. Is there anything I can help you with? What do you need prayer for today? Do you need help filing your tax returns? How's your mother's health? No, Greg, you don't know my mother. I don't need help filing my taxes, and I don't need you to pray for anything. What I need is for you to give me my spicy chicken sandwich, stop hating the gays, and keep this line moving. So, there's a issue going on with certain men in the world. I'm not saying that it's any men in this crowd, but it's definitely something I've noticed. And I'm wondering myself, when did men start thinking a good way to get into a woman's pants is to send her a completely unwanted and unsolicited picture of their dicks? I mean, where in your arrogant and conceited brain do you think after those 76 unanswered DMs that it's a good idea to send them a nude? Somehow you think to yourself, oh, she hasn't responded to any of my messages and has left me on red more than 50 times. Maybe sending her a random picture of my cock will work. Fellas that do this, I have some unfortunate news for you. Our dicks don't look good on camera. Get a new method. Unfortunately, our nudes are not as efficient. We're not winning that gender battle. It's not like when we're lucky enough to get a picture of a woman's vagina. That is elegant, exquisite. A picture of a woman's vagina is like the gates of heaven opening. We all want to see that. No one wants to see the Leaning Tower of Penis. Alright, now before I introduce our first comic, I'm gonna get a little controversial with y'all, so bear with me. I think everyone's gonna agree with my message at the end. But until then, just like I said, bear with me. We really need tests before people vote for public office. And I have a very, very specific reason why. The same people who made the Kardashians famous are allowed to vote for President of the United States. The same people who made a family of useless plastic whores famous are allowed to vote for who controls the nuclear football. I mean, seriously, this family's 5 minutes of fame should have been over years ago when Bruce Jenner won his gold medals. But because one of their daughters sucked a shitty rapper's dick on camera, they have been in the spotlight for years, and I cannot for the life of me understand why. There are young, impressionable children or impressionable young adults all over the world that look up to this family. You know, like, do y'all remember when people our age were growing up and we had good role models? I know my role model growing up was the crocodile hunter. And I don't know about y'all, but I would personally sacrifice every member of the Kardashian bloodline if it could bring Steve Irwin back into this world. So I think the fact that the people who have made that ignorant and unbearable family famous are allowed to vote is a little bit of the flaw in our political system. But like I said, everyone, we have a great show lined up for you tonight. I'm Kevin Bianchi. I loved making y'all laugh for a little bit. Make sure y'all show the same love for our comics tonight. Our first comic tonight making his way to the stage now. Give it up for Dominique Joseph.
What's up, y'all? Well, my last name Robinson, not Joseph, but it's all good, it's all good. Hey, give it up to all the mothers in the building, man. All the baby mamas, you know? Side chicks and kids. I know it's y'all day, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm from a little place called Polk County, Florida. You ever heard of it? You been? Yeah. No? Good, cause that place sucks, I'm trying to tell you, man. Like, there really ain't nothing to do over there. Like, they got like one bar. It's called bar side. No fancy words for nothing, just bar side. And the ratio of men and women, it's like 100 dudes to 10 girls in there. And every dude in there look like Kodak Black. Got gold teeth in their mouth and dreads. You know what I'm saying? I had dreads before too before I joined the Navy, but I couldn't afford no gold teeth. But and then you got the DJ. Now the DJ, like, he'll play a song for like 5 seconds. You get your junk on a little bit, and then he cut off on the announcements every time. Like 5 seconds, you go in there, and then the next thing you turn it off. Be like, $5 drinks at the bar, $5 drinks at the bar. I'm like, okay, cool, all right. And then try to get in there, play your favorite song, cut it right off. Talking about, Tisha, your mama at the front door. Tisha, your mama at the front door. Like, damn, you got violations going on. I ain't gonna lie, that place so ghetto, man. You go in there, smell like weed, cocoa butter, and gun smoke, man. I ain't trying to go up in there no more, man. I try to apply my mama out here, man. Try to do the show, man. I haven't seen her forever. You know what I'm saying? I love my mama, man. She's my heart, man. But I don't think she likes me very much. Like, if you have like more than one child, right? And you say you don't have no favorite, you are lying. Like, for real. My sister, my mom's clear favorite. Like, for example, like, when I was a child, we used to go to the grocery store, right? And we'd be in the grocery store, and some random lady goes to mom, like, you have some really cute kids. And first thing my mom automatically praised my sister like she's some angel. First thing she say is, this is my daughter. She's well behaved, very pretty, and very smart. Now, first of all, my sister's not that pretty. She look exactly like me. With a wig on and mom pants. Like, bro. Like, that's what it is. Like, praise that for. And then, lady asks about me. Mom just look over at me and be like, child, he's his daddy's son. Hard-headed. He hard-headed, can't get right, and still pee the bed. I'm like, dang. But I'm like, dang. But that's how my mom be on that one. And then, the next thing, but I ain't gonna lie though. Oh yeah, another thing, she be like, then she like try to go in, like, the only reason why he exists, because the condom, bro. I'm like, ooh, damn. Man, I would be like that, because a lot of y'all here for the same reason too. Getting out of the party, that's it. Hey, that be the truth sometimes. But I ain't gonna lie, that day at the grocery store, I was an asshole kid though, I ain't gonna lie. Like that day I stole about like 4 candy bars, bag of chips, and 2 peppermints at a lady purse when she was looking. But, yeah, so I just leave that alone. Yeah. I was on Tinder a while ago. I got catfish. Like I FaceTime before I meet the girl, so I knew what I'm getting myself into. So I FaceTime her, right? And she didn't look nothing like her pictures at all. Like, I'm like, what's this? Like, she look like a short girl. She's like 80 pounds. She's like super skinny. Like she had a baggy thong, but they in the crack of her ass. Like, alright, what's going on? But I'm not a mean person though. I try to have a conversation even though she deceived me. But I'm like, let me have a conversation with her. So I'm talking to her, trying to change the subject. I asked her like, what you do for a living? She said, she a model. But first of all, her face, what she looked like she looked like the dunk of a straight with kilos on her face. Like, okay. But I still try to talk to her like you know, we keep cordial, then I'm gonna hang up on her and never talk to her again. But she said she gonna be a model. I'm like, okay, which company? She said Instagram. I'm like, oh, she got no job. Okay. IG model. Alright, cool. I was like, man, I got one better for her. I told her I'm a sniper. She got a sniper. I was like, ooh, Special Forces? Army, Navy? I told her, nah, neither. Call of Duty. She told me it wasn't gonna work. Like, that was the end of it right there. She got mad at me. Alright, cool. Yeah. I believe this pandemic, like, bringing people together. Especially down in Florida. Like it's bringing them together, like down there, they don't really care if you have like a mask or if you don't, you know? They do care about like, I know it's on the news and everything, sort of like we wilding out, but some of us people really care. Like last time I went to go visit, I seen like a group of bums giving each other vaccine shots right outside the crack house. I was like, ooh, that's a loving community. Matter of fact, next time I go back down there, I'm busy at crack house with some friends because they giving out free vaccine shots. But it looked like they had some like serious side effects though. I don't know. They were geeking and and shit, but no. But I guess after the vaccine shot, there's a little buck. But yeah, that's my time. I appreciate all y'all. Thank you so much. See you, bud. I'm glad you came out here. Yeah. Give it back to the DJ.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.